fun begins.
How's it going?
Hello.
Well,
Greetings, young Jedi.
hello there.
What's up, everyone? Hybrid Toy Reviews here, and today I want to talk a little bit, vent some hard feelings right now with the Black Series. I'm normally not the guy coming on here to talk about how Hasbro's doing a terrible job and Black Series, Whack Series, and none of this hateful stuff that a lot of other people do. I genuinely am a fan of what I collect. I'm generally forgiving of Hasbro for little things, but I am very frustrated about a situation that a lot of people are very frustrated by right now, and that is the handling last week on February 4th of the Black Series Deluxe Lord Starkiller release. It was a very frustrating day. So, on January 12th, Hasbro did a live stream where they revealed 3 new mainline Black Series figures, being Watto, Tan Wei, and the Geonosian Warrior, and then they wrapped it up with a slide revealing the Lord Starkiller Deluxe figure with all these lightsabers and wired soft goods, and it's just going to be insane. Everything that all the loud channels say a figure needs to have to be a good figure, this figure's going to have. You know, there's supposed to be nothing wrong with this figure. This is the figure to please everyone. And then the price comes out, it's $45, so people scream and shout and cry and pee their diapers about it, for the last 24 days and whatever, and that's fine. But that's just the normal at this point. Well, finally, February 4th comes. It's supposed to go up for pre-order. And on that live stream, it was said audibly that it was going to be available on Pulse and on Fan Channel. But in the bottom right, it also said Amazon. That is the one modicum of credit I'll say, is they never said Amazon out loud. But
It's going to be a Fan Channel Deluxe. It will be available at Hasbro Pulse and other Fan Channel retailers. But we're really excited about this one.
But it was taken as gospel. It says Amazon on the slide right there, on this big slide, on this big pre-recorded live stream, because they're never actually a live stream. It's just a video that Hasbro makes and then puts live at the same time for everyone to watch it. And so 24 days have come and gone at this point, and it goes up on Hasbro Pulse, immediately sells out. It goes up on Big Bad Toy Store. I believe it sold out once or twice, but restocked through the day. And we had a link available through many of the news sources for an Amazon page that never went live. Now, Amazon is my preferred retailer. If I can get something on Amazon, I usually will when it comes to doing a pre-order, because ultimately when it comes in stock somewhere else, like a month before everywhere else, I want to cancel that pre-order and just go buy it where I can just go buy it. So I was keeping an eye out on Amazon, and Amazon historically has always been, oh, it needs to be up at 1, it's going to be up at like 107. That's Amazon. When you want to buy something when it goes live on Amazon, you just got to be there refreshing for a few minutes. It's just what it is. And it never happened. It never went live on Amazon. I was just sitting there every 20 minutes, taking my phone out of my pocket, refreshing this dead link. Nothing's coming up. Finally, 5 hours later, I figure out, not from Hasbro Pulse, the company that made the wrong announcement, I find out from Yakface that he had reached out to someone at Hasbro, and ultimately it was never actually going to be available from Amazon. Amazon getting it or not getting it isn't a problem. But the fact that I chose to wait for Amazon to get it, because I was told it was going to be available on Amazon by the manufacturer, that's the frustration here. Surely there are other people that just prefer Amazon. So why should we have just assumed, after a couple of minutes, because historically, like I said, Amazon's just not right on the money on their timing. And that was just very high-key frustrating to me. So ultimately, I did go and throw a pre-order down on Nerdzoic. They charge up front. I kind of prefer that because, man, I just hate waking up one day and, this thing that you ordered a few months ago charged, because it's in stock. I don't like that. I don't like that. I like just putting my money down and it's gone and it's fine. So if I'm gonna do a pre-order with someone not Amazon, I do prefer to run with Nerdzoic. They just charge up front, and that's fine. So I went, I paid for it at Nerdzoic. He still had it in stock. I've locked one down. I'm not going to cancel that pre-order because I would rather support his small business. I'll just end up with two ultimately, which is fine. If it comes in stock at CMD first, maybe Big Nerdy will get it first. But it's just the big frustrating thing for me is when these figures come out. Hasbro sometimes on these fan channel figures, it seems like every figure has a unique set of retailers that it's available at. A fan channel is sometimes Amazon and usually GameStop, but not always GameStop, and sometimes not Amazon, and sometimes it's not available on Amazon at all, and sometimes it is available on Amazon at all. But they only ever really mention that when it's a fan channel thing, because if it's mainline, of course Amazon's going to get it, because Amazon can get everything in mainline, but they can only sometimes get fan channel, so Amazon is like fan channel on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday they're not fan channel, and then depending on what church they go to on Sunday, they may or may not be fan channel. Like, what are the rules here? Why is Amazon fan channel sometimes, fan channel not sometimes? That's really where my big frustration comes from. You know, this figure line, I love the figure line. I love the people doing it. This is more the political, behind the scenes, categorizing, I really just want Hasbro to sit down and decide what Amazon is. Is it fan channel? Is it not fan channel? And then run with it, not change these rules on a whim on everything. I want to get a textbook definition of this is what a Star Wars Black Series fan channel retailer is, and give me a list of them that will never ever change unless one of them goes out of business or a new company comes into the fold. Like, it does not need to be this, well, sometimes it's this and this and this, but sometimes it's this and this and this. And we're revealing 4 figures today, and all 4 of them have a unique batch of retailers, and you're not going to be able to buy all 4 from the same guy, unfortunately. And it's just frustrating. Like, what's going on? Why is it so complicated for me to fork over my $45? You got people freaking out that this thing's $45. I look at this thing and all the lightsabers and all the premium sculpting and the wired soft goods. You could have charged me $50. I wouldn't have cried. I have $45, Hasbro, that I would very much like to put in your pocket. I'll eat ramen for a week. That's fine. Just take my $45. Why can't I put it on Amazon when you said it would be on Amazon? They had 24 days to either make an announcement, oh yeah, guys, we messed up, do not expect it to be on Amazon, or they had 24 days to be like, ah, crap, we said it's on Amazon and it's not gonna be, let's just send them some. Like, either way, I should not be getting this news about this Hasbro product on a blunder they made from Yakface. Hasbro should have made some sort of statement on this or some sort of correction on the behind the scenes thing. And ultimately, the only thing that will satisfy me going forward is just a textbook definition on what exactly Amazon is. It's very frustrating. I've always said it. People are always like, it's not that deep, it's not that deep. And I try not to throw that around too loosely. But for real, we're grown men collecting toys. It is not that deep. Just let me go and buy my toy. Like, I want to buy my Star Wars man so I can be happy. Like, why can I not go and buy my Star Wars man? It's not a difficult proposition. So, anyways, I try not to be the guy that rants, that bitches and belly aches and complains, and so I'm gonna get myself out of this headspace because it's no good anyway. And ultimately, I did get a pre-order in somewhere. But it's just frustrating. This whole figure was frustrating. Hasbro really is trying to push people to becoming Pulse Premium collectors or members. They want you to spend that $50 a year and then pre-order all your stuff on Hasbro Pulse so that you can not get it fulfilled first, because they'll fulfill every other retailer before their own store. And then the Pulse Premium members, it was sold out like as soon as it went up, I believe is what I'd heard. I'm not on that, so I don't know the true story. I just know what I've heard. So it was sold out on Pulse as soon as it went up, or maybe it was for the common people and the premium members snatched them all up. It could be either way, but still, not very incentivizing to buy the better option. Just a very weird, very frustrating release. Ultimately, everyone that I know that wanted it ended up with one. But it's just not how it should have gone. It should have been very much more streamlined. You know, this figure line has been running for like 13 years now. You know, and I guess a snafu every now and then, whatever. But it just kind of feels like this is the kind of thing that should have been smoothed over a long time ago. You know, challenges with buying these things just shouldn't be a problem in 2026. But I digress. I'm going to wrap it here. Thank you for listening to me complain and bitch and moan for 10 minutes. I'm going to go work on some more constructive content. I have some new figures coming in. Keep an eye out. The rest of the week is going to be on the new Quinlan Voss wave. Incredibly excited about that. So come back soon. There's going to be a lot of great content. May the force be with each and every one of you. I'll see you next time, and I hope you all picked up a Lord Starkiller. I hope you were able to.